The Department of Haematology was created in 1989 by the efforts of our founder, professor and head, that is Dr. A.K. Saraya. And it was the first department of its kind in the country where both the laboratory as well as the clinical facilities were present under one roof. And this was important because it was very strongly felt that patient care in hematology disorders requires the two working hand in hand together. Subsequently, as the time went by, there are other departments who opened departments of clinical hematology or hematopathology, but none of them till now have them under one roof. Subsequently, we evolved over a period of time from the rudimentary hemogram and platelet disorder testing to more advanced technology. And today we have a very well set hematology laboratory which is capable of doing molecular studies and flow cytometry, and we have a very good clinical setup consisting of OPD services, specialized clinics, daycare services and indoor services including transplants. What we feel is that since this is a new developing branch, we were the first people to start DM clinical hematology and DM hematopathology. This started by concentrated efforts of Professor Manurma Bhargav, who was the then head of department somewhere in 2000. And today we have alumni of our DM students and DM clinical hematology students who are very well placed all over India, north, south, east, west, you name it, and our alumni are there, heading hematology departments. The clinical services from the start were headed by Professor V.P. Chaudhary, who's now retired, but he was instrumental in developing the clinical facility of hematology in our department. Today we have a large number of faculty who works for the clinical care as well as laboratory facilities. Now, what do we expect to do in future? That is the long-term vision. Our long-term vision is to develop a world-class hematology center where we will have the state-of-the-art latest facilities for diagnostics and research, along with facilities for latest transplantation and clinical care of patients. So we are working towards it slowly, and what we expect in the immediate future is we've got space to start a bone marrow transplant unit, and with that we will be able to expand our transplant services. We've got a space to expand our molecular and other research for the labs, and we hope to expand our repertoire of lab tests to match that of any international center. Also, we plan to have comprehensive services for hemophilia as well as thalassemia. We are already having all services for these, which include diagnostics and patient care, but we want to improve on them further and incorporate a comprehensive panel of doctors who will be looking specifically into the needs of these patients. If we look at what we envision for the future, our eventual aim is to bring about a control of these kind of debilitating disorders like thalassemia and hemophilia, look into the research in anemias like aplastic anemia, Fanconi's anemia, elaborate and expand our bone marrow or stem cell transplantation to unrelated transplants, and have the latest molecular technology not only to pick up mutations but also to do protein expression studies. In other words, we want to be a world-class center for hematology. If we see how computerization has helped us, I would say it's a great initiative taken by the AIIMS authorities and the computer facility, because this has really helped us in getting our reports across to the patients as well as the doctors through the computer. And this works very well, and we are hoping to add on our further tests. We have started with a few tests on this, but we are planning to expand it to other tests. We hope that in the near future we will be able to compete with all world-class hematology centers like those at NIH, Blood Center which is at NIH, and thereby bring fame to our country.